What's up, y'all? Shawn here with Sit to Fit. Getting injured sucks, but getting hurt on the job, and that's even worse. So I got my top 3 tips how you guys can stay healthy and injury-free in the workplace. Okay, a lot of injuries happen to the shoulders, and of those, many of them come from this one scenario. So we're trying to take a package or a heavy weight down off of a shelf that's overhead. That whatever we're taking down off the shelf is gonna immediately wanna go to the floor. It's got weight to it, and if that weight is more than our shoulders can handle, frequently we're gonna have the shoulders give out or strain a muscle or have some other type of pain in there. So what we want to do is make sure that we kind of strengthen up the shoulder joint, the shoulder capsule itself. We're going to recruit all the muscles, so everybody that's in the shoulder that's a muscle, going to come to the party for this one. It's a really easy one. All you're going to do is take an exercise band, we'll anchor it at one end, and I like to do 2 different grips with my clients because there are 2 different ways we can do this, 2 different benefits that we get. So the very first one is going to be this thumbs up neutral grip here, kind of a beer drink, and just like you would have if you're holding a beer mug. And the second one is a 90 degrees internally rotated, so the thumb pointed in towards the body. And what you're gonna do is take this band, you're gonna walk out with the band overhead until that band begins to pull your hand backwards. Now we don't want it to pull so far backwards that your chest is pointed towards the sky, right? You're hyperextended there, it's no good. We wanna keep nice and straight, facing forward, and pull out until the hand, shoulder, and body are all in alignment here. You'll have a nice tense shoulder. You'll feel like all of those muscles around the shoulder here are real tight to keep the band from pulling your hand backwards, and that's exactly what we want. This is called shoulder packing exercises, or these are called shoulder packing exercises, and they do exactly that. They pack in the shoulder joint with muscles to help strengthen against that package from overhead or item from overhead, making your shoulders collapse. So this is a really good shoulder strengthening exercise. Now, this same principle applies sort of to the next group of exercises here. We're going to call them anti-rotation exercises. And what, just like the shoulder here, and we're not moving rotationally, but we are fighting against an opposing force. And that's what anti-rotation is going to be all about here. Now, we're very familiar with exercises that move us from side to side, like an oblique twist or a Russian twist or anything that we're working with these obliques here. Those are all great. I think you should definitely include them in your programming. But things that can fight against that rotational force are really good. So let's say we're catching a package that's kind of falling off of that same shelf. Now, as that package begins to fall, it's going to have weight again. And if we're not strong enough to resist that weight, then bad things can happen, right? We'll get sore back, or you might end up even having disc problems, which is no good. So any type of violent twisting can be really, really bad. We want to train against that violent twisting, or train muscles that'll help us against that violent twisting. And so that's the whole group of anti-rotation exercises. This one just happens to be my favorite. It's called the Pallof Press. Now, I do mine on the knees because we'll take away any stability that the legs will give us. We'll take this same band that we had for our shoulder packing exercises, and we'll hold it out in front of us so we've got nice tension already, and we're going to push that up and down. And what you're going to see is when the hands are away from the body, of course the band is going to want to pull you inward, but we're going to fight against that either pull or twist, and we'll do those 3-4 times, or 3-4 sets for probably 12 to 15 sets. Again, I'm going to throw some specific exercise programming down in the comment section so you guys will know when and how to use these in your own programming. Now, the third thing I talk about in workplace health is having the flexibility and the range of motion to do what you need to do. So everybody knows that to pick up a package, use your legs, right? Pick something heavy up off the floor, use your legs. But if you don't have enough range of motion, automatically the back is going to come to the party. We don't want that to happen, right? We want to be all in the legs here and pick this item up so that all of the drive comes from these strong muscles in the legs, and we're not bent forward, compressing the spine, or any of the other awful things that can happen. So if you don't have range of motion, if you don't have flexibility, then you're really subject to having an injury. So even though this is a really simple group of exercises, I think it's definitely a place to look to improve yourself at work. So a really effective one I find for the backside, the posterior chain here, the glutes, the hams, is to lay down on the ground, take a band or a belt, and just wrap it around your foot and try to bring your toe all the way to your head. Now, if you can do that, obviously your workplace is Cirque du Soleil and you probably don't need this program, but for the rest of us down here, we're gonna find some tension somewhere around the 90-degree mark, and we'll keep that held for a minute, minute and a half. Now the second one I like to do is for the outside of the butt, the glute medius or the butt dimple. Yes, that's an official term. And we're gonna take the same rope, support the foot, and we'll come across the body there and pull the leg right across the body. Again, minute, minute and a half. I'll specify down in the comments. Now, if you guys like what you see here, if you like all this great health and wellness content, then do me a favor and punch that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well so you don't miss any of the really good content that we have. And if you have any suggestions, like you have questions or you have some ideas, topics that you want to see, then I'll definitely incorporate them. I appreciate all the ideas and the emails that I've gotten. I'm definitely working on some viewer suggestions, so keep them coming. I definitely appreciate all the help and appreciate you guys watching. So much so that if you guys are looking for a program that addresses these things like shoulder packing and anti-rotation, then there's one free on my website. It's sit2fit.net. Just head over there. It's my Bum to Buff Challenge, totally free. It's administered on my app, super convenient way to address all of these great things that we're talking about here on this channel and get you guys going from sit to fit in no time. No matter what you do, stay safe at work, live healthy. We'll see you next time.